This is the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abish, founder of Abich Financial Services.
And I'm Heather Branch, here with Abe to talk about things you can be working on now in effort to better prepare for the second phase of your financial life, thinking about your retirement years. RetirementKeyRadio.com is where you can go to begin your own conversation with Abe and his team at Abich Financial Services. Again, that's RetirementKeyRadio.com. Mr. Abich, how is the summer going for you thus far?
It's hot.
I know.
It is hot.
I know.
Hot and humid. But you know what? That's DC summers.
We spend all winter waiting for the summer, and then we complain about the summer heat.
I feel like every weekend, Shelley and I are, what are we going to do? And we're like, it's too hot to do too much. Let's go to the pool. Let's just go to the pool. That's always a nice default option in the summer, you know. Work on that tan while we can, because the seasons change so fast here. And then we'll be talking about wearing our parka jackets and sweatshirts and boots and all that stuff for the fall.
Time flies when you're working and living and having a good time and doing all the things that we do every single day.
Got to have fun while you're working hard too, though.
I know.
That's important.
You do. Okay, well, let's talk about fun. You and Shelley, you guys are you going to Charleston? Which beach are you going to in a couple weeks?
Yeah, we're going to Charleston, South Carolina. We love it down there. Yeah. And, there's some really nice beaches in the suburbs of Charleston, Isle of Palms and Sullivan's Island and Folly Beach. And man, I don't know that I've met anyone that doesn't like the Charleston area and certain surrounding beaches. So we've fallen in love with it, and we're going to be going down there for a week of some R&R.
Summertime means vacation time for a lot of us. Interestingly, a new survey found that we Americans spend about 18 minutes a day dreaming about being on vacation. If you do the math, that adds up to more than 109 hours a year. We sit around dreaming about being on vacation, Abe. Here's the thing. We spend all of this time thinking about vacation, but how much time do you actually think about what should be the greatest and longest vacation of your life, aka your retirement years? So many of us avoid the conversation, and I feel it's because we're intimidated by it, Abe. It's just so overwhelming to think about how to begin planning for retirement. Let's break that down a little bit and just begin with the idea of time. What would it take for someone to create a retirement plan with you at Abich Financial Services?
I'd say to get the plan implemented and set up the way someone would want to have set it up from beginning to end, that process could look like about a month's time. And what it looks like, the biggest, most daunting hurdle I think people have is just saying, okay, now's the time. I'm going to do this. Mentally deciding, this is important for me enough to actually get all my stuff together, get that financial junk drawer put together into a binder or an Excel spreadsheet or a bunch of documents you simply upload to us. You get all the documents to us, statements, Social Security information, insurance information, all that stuff. Our team puts together the plan entirely before you even come into the office. So
that's
you get us the information.
Yeah.
You get us the information. You talk to someone on the team for 15, 20 minutes to get an idea of how the process goes. We direct you to our secure portal. Get all the info to us, just like kind of going to a doctor's office. I mean, you're not meeting with a doctor until they know who you are, right? You want to meet with a doctor, Heather? Well, why? What's going on? What merits you needing to come in and speak to the doctor?
We need your insurance information. We need all that stuff.
Yeah. So you get all the information to us, and then you meet with myself or someone on our advisory team. That meeting is about 90 minutes. In 90 minutes, you have a complimentary second opinion on your entire retirement plan and life savings. And sometimes it might take another meeting to get down to the bottom of it. Maybe we don't have time to talk about taxes or insurance or something specific, but in general, the pros and cons of where you stand today side by side, how a fiduciary retirement planning firm can help you. And then where most of our clients say, hey, Abe and the team, this makes sense, is the second meeting. So in 2 meetings spread out a week or 2 apart, most of our clients are saying, hey, let's do this. Let's put together the plan. Some people might need a third meeting just to think about it longer or whatever. Maybe they're traveling. And then the moment they say go, let's do this, typically within a month's time, everything is set up. Like your entire life savings and retirement plan could be set up in 30 days or less. It's really up to you. So you've worked for 30 to 40 years to get here. You got to take it seriously enough to actually take the time, get out of work, take a day off, take a half a day off, take the time to put it all together. That's the biggest hurdle. And once you do it, man, you feel so great. And then from there, it's monitoring that plan every 90 days, Heather, because we want to make sure that someone's retirement plan keeps up with their life And so a good example is a couple we just helped here in Loudoun County. The couple saw that we won for the 5th year in a row, Loudoun County's #1 retirement planning firm through the contest in the Loudoun Times Mirror, the biggest newspaper publication in the county. And they said, well, if they were voted on by the readers as a #1 planning firm in the county, we want to go get their opinion.
Sure.
And so they have $750,000 saved. They're a 5 on our risk scale. They're in their early to mid 60s. Husband just retired. Wife's retiring in like 3 to 5 years. No plan. That was problem number 1. No plan. So, as you mentioned, people spend more time planning their vacation.
It's true.
Than planning their retirement.
I'm guilty of it. We all know. It's like, you're not alone. If we're not here to make you feel bad. We're here to let you know you're not alone.
Exactly right. Like when I ask people, hey, what are your plans for the summer? Are you traveling anywhere? Man, they light up. They're pretty happy to talk about their Viking River cruise in Europe or, their Alaskan cruise or time in Florida. But, when I ask them, do you know what you're holding? Do you know how your investments did last year, how they did this year? Do you know exactly what you own?
Blank
There's
face.
a lot of like, no, that's why I'm here today.
That's right.
So if you spend more time planning your vacation than your retirement, we really want to turn the table on that and start thinking and spending more time on planning this out, because this is the next 30 to 40 years of your life. And if it's really well planned out and you put together a thoughtful, mindful plan that's specific and customized to you, if you've done a good job of saving, and most people in the DC metro area have, now we need to think about protecting against all the risks and pitfalls that can mess up a great savings plan, that can derail a fantastic retirement and maybe prohibit you from doing all the things that you want to do in retirement. So without a plan, okay, well, our success rate is not great without a plan. And, we say it every week on the radio, but more than 9 out of 10 people, Heather, that walk through our office doors don't have a retirement plan. They may have a TSP, a pension, 401k, IRAs, brokerage accounts. They may have a bunch of stuff, that financial junk drawer, but that stuff, all that stuff is not put together into a phase 2 actionable distribution income focused plan where they can see once their wages have ended, where are they headed? Do they have enough income to meet their expenses? Do they have a surplus or shortfall? That's the first thing we want to find out. And then we want to make sure people know if they have a shortfall, well, do we have enough saved or do we need to save more between now and the time we retire? Of the amount of money saved, how are you invested? Are you still invested like you were when you were 40 years old or 50? Are you invested appropriately for someone that's in between the ages of 58 and 75, which is most of our clients? So this couple didn't have a plan. They knew that wasn't good. They knew they needed to get a plan, as the husband just retired and the wife's working a few more years. Took about 2 meetings to implement and get the whole plan started. Maybe a month for total implementation. And then again, 90-day reviews to monitor the plan and keep up with it. And so the solution was to put that comprehensive plan together and monitor it regularly. And they like the idea of working with someone local. Most of our clients are in the DC metro area. They're local. We're local. A lot of our clients will move. And with technology, it's really easy to stay in touch over the phone or Zoom. So they wanted a phase 2 fiduciary retirement planning firm that was a firm not just focused on accumulation, as the accumulation goal was already hit. They needed an income and distribution focused plan. If you're listening right now and you sound like this couple in Loudoun County, and you're retiring soon or already retired, but don't have a plan to address the next 30 to 40 years of your life, go to retirementkeyradio.com. Click on the Contact Us tab at the top of the page, and we can begin to have these same conversations and set up a plan for you as well.
Abe, you mentioned the idea of having a tax plan within that overall plan. So keeping in line with that conversation, think back to April. Did you get a tax refund or did you end up owing money to Uncle Sam? Many people have this mindset that if you get a refund, boom, you did it right. And if you pay, you did it wrong. But is that really the case? I want you to clarify some things for us, Abe, and then also explain how does the dynamic change with our taxes in retirement?
We kind of believe if you maybe owe a little bit or you're breaking even, that you did it right. But if you're receiving a refund, that means you typically paid too much throughout the year and you kind of lost out on that math, right? You paid too much tax to the IRS or the state throughout the year, which is why you're getting your money back.
Got it.
We don't want to pay any more than we need to, or our fair share. We want to pay the right amount. So taxes, I'll tell you, Heather, are one of the biggest reasons people pick up the phone and call us for a complimentary second opinion, because most people have bought into the myth that when they retire, they're going to be in a lower tax bracket simply because they're retired and may or may not have lower income. But almost everybody in the DC metro area, well, a lot of people, have pensions and then a good amount of money saved on top of it, usually $1 million to $3 million, sometimes more. A couple Social Security checks, fewer deductions in retirement, and that can equate to higher taxes in retirement. Then you throw in the tax code changing January 1st of 2026.
Yep.
The country being in nearly $32 trillion in national debt.
Yep.
And when polled, all these surveys are done, most people believe taxes will be higher, that the chances that they will be higher is higher than them being lower, right? We just had a couple call in and come in from Chantilly with about $1 million, and this is their issue. $1 million saved. They're in their late 60s, retiring in their early 70s, but all their money saved was inside 403Bs, which is like a 401k. And it was all pre-tax because they bought into that myth, not thinking that what would affect them, right, 30 years later. And so they came in for our tax mapping report and analysis that says, hey, what is all your income? How much is it? Where is it? We throw that into our tax mapping software to show them and anyone that wants it, where are you in the bracket? And if you're in a good situation now tax-wise, shouldn't we be looking at possibly taking advantage of a good situation even more? That's what we can find out through the tax mapping report and analysis. So back to this couple in Chantilly, Virginia, that, you know, Heather, they were concerned, number one, with taxes.
Yeah.
But also long-term care and retirement and legacy. It was really important that they passed on as much possible to their kids and grandkids.
Okay.
So, man, I was listening to that, and what we did first off is provided a tax mapping report and analysis to find out, does it make sense to do any conversions into tax-free buckets this year and in the future years? And if so, how much, right? And we determined that we should actually be converting $100,000 a year the next 3 years in a row. It's not going to take care of their full $1 million, but it's going to take care of nearly 30% of their nest egg.
Okay.
Converted into tax-free buckets, $25,000 a piece into their Roth IRAs, $25,000 a piece into life insurance plans that are tax-free, long-term care, tax-free cash value, tax-free to their loved ones. And they loved it because it addressed three things.
Yeah.
Taxes, long-term care, legacy. Nothing's perfect. And I told them, hey, if taxes never go up, you paid your fair share. But if they go up even by a few percent, you probably save yourself a little bit of money here and probably rest better at night knowing you have a plan that's better suited for you long-term. So if you're listening right now and you sound like this couple in Chantilly, Virginia, and you are concerned with taxes and you don't have a tax plan and plan in general for your retirement, with taxes being very important, go to retirementkeyradio.com. Click on the Contact Us tab at the top of the page. We can prepare that tax plan for you with a comprehensive plan, complimentary to you. Again, just go to retirementkeyradio.com.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abish. To learn more about Abich Financial Services, visit retirementkeyradio.com. And join Abe for his radio show, The Retirement Key, Saturdays at 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. on WMAL.
Investment advisory services offered through Abich Financial Wealth Management, LLC, number 310633, a registered investment advisor firm. Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Abraham Abish is licensed in your state, please call 571-577-9968. Abish Financial Services is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., Virginia Insurance License number 127820.